We all need purpose in life, and the business also needs purpose. Purpose is important because it grounds you to a certain extent. So we need to find the purpose that is aligned to what we're doing, that's aligned to the people we work with, the communities, and that's sometimes not an easy sweet spot to find.
Today's K-Talks is going to be a conversation with someone from industry. And taking advantage of our study tour here in Korea, we brought some students from our marketing program and media and entertainment management program. We're here to visit and have a conversation with the global chief marketing officer of the largest food company here in Korea, CJ Foods or Cheil Jedang Foods. So STEPHAN CZYPIONKA. STEPHAN, thank you for joining us here. Thank you for hosting us.
Oh, very welcome, Jerry. And what an introduction.
I know, right? A little bit of a background. STEPHAN was actually with Coca-Cola for many years, and he was in the Philippines for about 5 years as the CMO for Coke. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from, really?
Where am I from, really? Well, I'm from Europe, from a small country called Austria. So
Yes.
nothing to do with Australia.
That's right.
And I'm from the capital city of Vienna. But since I was a very small child, I always wanted to explore the world.
Right.
So as soon as I could, I actually, ventured out and learned English in Great Britain.
Oh.
And did some summer jobs there, learned English and then partied. That's how it goes. I started in Spain.
So there, you did university.
I did university in Spain, which later on in my career opened the door for me to work in Latin America.
That's right.
I worked in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, for the region and also for the local business with the Coca-Cola company. And then at some point they asked me, do you want to go to the Philippines to head marketing there? I didn't really know so much about the Philippines at that point in time.
Right.
I was excited because I could explore something new.
Yes.
And we moved there. My son was only 6 weeks old when we
That's
moved.
right.
So
he spent his first 5 years in the Philippines.
Yeah, he did, and his Tagalog actually is good. So that, I think, for him was very important. He leaves an imprint on a person, and for us as a family, it was fantastic.
But from there, you got another assignment, right? After a few years.
After a few years, so 4 years in the Philippines, and then moved to Africa. I headed Africa marketing for the Coca-Cola company. I was based in South Africa. And then I got the chance to get promoted to the global marketing leadership. And I moved to Singapore because my boss, the global CMO of Coke, he was still based in Singapore. It was pandemic times. I wanted to stay close to him, and I headed global marketing performance for the Coca-Cola company.
That's great. Which brings me to my second question for you. So twice already this global role, first as the global head for marketing performance for Coke, and well, for about 2 years, right, or so, and then now as global CMO for CJ Foods. Now, can you tell us what is the life of a global CMO like? I mean, what keeps you awake and what keeps you sleeping soundly?
Yeah, so first of all, I think there is one big factor, or there are a couple of factors that doesn't really have to do with global.
Okay.
The first one is really, how are the people in your team? It's important that you create a great place to work. In a global environment, it's a bit more difficult because you're not always in the same office. You're not always in the same country. You're spread across different geographies. The second thing is CMO has to develop a vision and has to give direction. So where are we going with marketing or with our ideas and our brands? But you're not alone. First of all, you can count on a team. You also have partners. And again, the global aspect makes it a bit more complex because you cannot focus on one area, one country, one market situation. You need to make sure that you define a vision that embraces different cultures, different business situations, different competitive scenarios, different brand life cycles. In some countries we have quite developed business with CJ Foods, and in other countries we're just entering the markets.
Which is your biggest market outside of Korea?
US.
The US market.
The US is our second biggest market.
How many people do you oversee in this global world?
I would say all the teams counted together, we're close to 300 in marketing.
Just marketing alone. Let's talk a little bit about how we've worked together over the past few years, which is the project of the School of Media and Marketing, the Asia Pacific Tambuli Awards, which, as you know, recognizes businesses and brands that drive performance through purpose. You were our Grand Executive Jury President in the last one we had last June, and again, thank you for doing that. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about, why is purpose still important or relevant in marketing today, and is there some way by which purpose can be actually misused?
The purpose is always relevant. I mean, we all need purpose in life, right? And the business also needs purpose. Purpose is important because it grounds you to a certain extent, and it gives you a reason to believe in what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Now, the question is, what kind of purpose are we talking about?
Right.
What I strongly believe is the purpose has to be aligned to your business goals and your business vision. Why? Because businesses are not non-profit organizations. We need to make profits, we need to grow. So we need to find the purpose that is aligned to what we're doing, that's aligned to the people we work with, the communities and our brands. And that's sometimes not an easy sweet spot to find.
Yeah, it's interesting how you put that, which is in fact the purpose also or focus of the Tambuli Awards, which is really recognizing brands who are making money. I mean, advocacies, or CSR programs are good, but we're really more focusing on how purpose, because of purpose, the business is actually driven. Right?
Yes, you can do good in so many ways.
That's right.
And doing good for a greater purpose also includes business, because when your business is flourishing, you're providing jobs, you can help communities. Your business gives business to other businesses who are supplying you, so for instance, I like to visit plants because in an office you're always very far away from where our products come from.
That's true.
And there's so many people who are really producing what we sell. And it all starts there. It starts there from sourcing the ingredients, producing it, having the technology to produce the products, then shipping the products to our customers and partners. And I see a lot of purpose in that too.
That's also the reason I think that we have expanded somehow. When in Tambuli, we since a few years ago, we no longer just award what we call brand purpose, but corporate purpose initiatives as well, which is things that the company does, not just for the external markets, but even including their internal stakeholders, right? Employees, and even suppliers and all that. So purposeful programs for all the stakeholders, in other words, are also now recognized by Google. So I think that's a great thing. Thank you for spending time with us, with the students as well. I think we had a great session this morning with you. And until our next episode, bye for now.